Hello, Urban Rivals fans, and welcome to part 5 of UR Talk, where we'll be discussing the last two cards from the release, fairly recently. And those two cards were Laura and Pasta. So firstly, let's talk about Laura. Laura for the La Junta, even though I'm just saying the twice, but you probably don't get that joke. But anyway, so Laura for the Junta is a 8/2 with the ability of damage equals opponent's damage. So very quickly, Sliffy, first thoughts.
I think it's a very good card, personally. The 8 power is very nice to have. Lets you beat 11 cards down, especially with a class with no power or attack manipulation. It's very needed. The damage equals off normally is disliked, but in a damage increasing class, it's very nice to have. The average damage you'll fight is usually 4, I feel. She comes with 8/6 against those, which is very good for 3-star. Even against SOA, she's an 8/4, which is average. And she takes the SOA down because her attack is decreased SOA. But yeah, the reason why she's better than Auto, though, is mainly because of that bonus +2 and the more solid stand.
Yeah. I mean, it's very. I mean, like to the newer players, you're probably thinking, what's the difference between Otto and Laura? Well, you have to remember, Laura does have, of course, the higher power, but also an ability that allows Laura to do a bit more damage along with her ability and everything. But yeah, anyway, in terms of competition, though, Chris, is there a whole lot that can stop Laura in terms of coming into the competition slot for the 3-star?
I don't think there's a lot that can really stop her. You know, the 8 power is nice, the damage is good, but without a bonus, is she really that good? You know, you'd have to play mono Junta, so you got to always weigh that up. Is it worth playing mono?
Yeah. Well, I think, to be fair, though, La Junta do have a strong mono force, though. So, yeah. I don't think it's all bad, really. But in terms of, I mean, you've got with competition, I mean, obviously Jane Rambo, yep. Is that right?
Yep, Rambo.
There is, yeah. So it's Rambo or Rambo? I swear it's Rambo. Don't lie to me.
Rambo.
It's Rambo. Okay.
Right.
I thought you said Rambo. I was going, what?
No. I said yes, Rambo.
Okay, good. I thought I was going crazy. But yeah, in terms of other competition, though, I mean, Trish as well. That's not a bad card.
Trish is very nice.
Trish is, it's okay, yeah. Of course, being a La Junta pro like myself, even though that's kind of pushing it a little bit, I tend to find...
Didn't you lose to a no-name recently?
Sorry?
Didn't you lose to a no-name Fury recently?
I did a what with who?
You laughed against no-name Fury. Made a video out of it. I laughed a lot.
Oh, no, ma'am. No, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, about that. Yeah.
La Junta Pro, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I actually forgot that thing could actually Fury. I was like, no. I literally just like, no, like that. But you probably all saw that, everyone, so. Anyway, moving on. What was I talking about? Yeah, competition. Jane Rumber, Trish as well. I was saying with Trish, what was I saying? I think the problem is with Trish, though, it's a little bit unstable, is what I was trying to say. SOA just ruins her. Awful against her. But yeah, in terms of... Yeah, I mean, like, competition, though, I mean, do you think she stands any chance, though, Sliffy?
It's hard to say. They have... La Junta have a lot of good 3-stars. They have,
wait, hold on a minute. Did you just say they have good 3-stars? What?
They have good 3-stars. You don't think so?
No, I don't think so.
Are you crazy?
They have really mediocre ones that aren't...
Are you crazy?
Apart from Jane Rumber.
And Trish.
Yeah, and Trish. And the homie's not bad at all.
I'm just saying, they are mediocre, in my opinion.
They're not mediocre. They're decent. They're not great, but they're decent.
No, they're not decent.
They're decent.
How is Trish, like, amazing?
Trish?
SOA.
There are lots of cards in the metagame that have SOB and have like a... Okay, remember that card before that I was like about? With the Freddy Krueger guy?
Say what?
Trish.
Trish, yeah?
Right, like, Trish can be like cards like Tula that are normally like almost unstoppable. Trish can be a lot of, cards that like a lot of people have like, big problems against. But because her thing is the ability and has a minimum 1, Trish like takes them down easily.
Okay. But we're not talking about Trish, really, are we? We're mainly talking about Laura.
You
So we have really got sidetracked here. And we need to speed up because we only have 10 minutes left, and Pasta's going to be a long card to review. But yeah. In terms of competition, though, moving back to this question, we haven't actually got anywhere, unfortunately. So, I mean, Sliffy, very quickly, competition, good or bad, against it?
Debatably bad, I feel.
Oh, really? Okay. Interesting.
I feel.
Interesting.
Personally, I was Chris and Jane Rambo over her. And if you have room for a third 3-star, she's great, though.
Okay. In terms of, I've just been looking at the comments, actually. People are actually fairly kind of going the thumbs up on this card, which, no, really.
It's hard, don't get me wrong.
Yeah, it's an okay card. Okay, let's go to the rating, though. So out of 10, Chris, what would you give Laura?
I'd give her a 7 out of 10. You know, it's good, nice power, nice ability, but the other competition, Jane Rambo, I'd choose her over her.
Okay. What about you, Sliffy, out of 10? What would you give her?
8 out of 10.
8 out of 10.
Really, her only big flaw is competition. Jane Rambo, as we said before, Trish, as we said before. Debatably Naomi, even though I would never use Naomi over her. But yeah, you know, good card though.
I'm surprised you're saying competition, Sliffy. I'm just... What?
What are you talking about?
I really don't think La Junta have any good 3 stars. That Jane Rumba is an exception, but the rest is pretty rubbish. I'm throwing that one out.
I stated, okay, do you think Jane Rambo is a good card? Yes or no?
Yeah, Jane Rumba's a good card, yeah.
Okay. Trish, good, yes or no?
It's okay. It's like dependent on meta.
Yes or no? Yes or no? No, okay, no middle ground. Yes or no?
Oh no, yeah then,
yes,
fine.
Yes, right?
Yeah, fine then, yeah.
Okay, 2 good already. You don't need more than 3 usually. If you need a good one, lower is your third. If you need a 4th one, I completely agree. They're rubbish.
Okay, alright, fine. You know.
But I already stated 3 good ones.
Okay, I'm going to be a man here and walk away.
Okay.
Just saying. Never mind. Alright, so out of 10, I'll probably give her an 8 out of 10. No, that's an okay card. 8. We haven't actually mainly been talking about other stuff apart from this card, so apologies for that. But yeah, I mean, in terms of actual usage, 8-4 with like at 2-star, well, without the ability isn't actually that bad. Of course, damage equals opponent's damage is like the weirdest ability in the world. So I don't know. It depends how you roll with her, I suppose. 8 power is always nice. So actually, it's not a bad card for the La Junta in any way. So 8 out of 10 overall. All right. So finally, let's finish our UR talk here with the rescue release of Pasta. Pasta at 5 stars is at 7-8. Sorry, no, not 7-8. 7-6 with the ability of -3 damage, minimum 2. So very quickly, Chris, first thoughts on this card.
I've seen the DR. I thought it looked quite nice. But then you got to think it's a 5-star, and then where would you fit him in? I mean, Type 1, there's other 5 stars that you choose over him. You know what I mean? For Elo, there's Sledge, you know. Maybe arguably using Type 2 Survivor.
Yeah. I don't know about Type 2 Survivor, though. We talked about this before, actually. Before we recorded this, actually, we talked about this, and I don't know about Type 2. We kind of disagreed, really, because, I don't know, if anyone wants to comment below whether it's actually useful in Type 2 Survivor, be my guest. Sliffy, initial thoughts on this card?
I think it's a really, really good card, personally. My personal Type 1 build uses 2 5-stars, and while one of them is Cliff, I would probably always use Passo for the second. The damage reduction is really nice. -4 off damage is, you know, one of the better ones. The 6 damage is great. It allows you to 2 a KO with a lot of options that rest have. Example, Glosh. And the fact that 7 solid power is nice. It's really good for a rescue. It's the same as Sledge and all that. So yeah, it can attack, it can defend. It's a good bluff. You won't take much if you lose the bluff. I think it's a good card overall.
I think the only issue, though, when you say it's a good bluff, it's a good attacker, is the fact that it is a 5-star, which does... I would say it hinders her a little bit, though, I would say. Well, sorry, not her, I mean him. Because obviously, I mean, the issue is I have with her, not her, him. Wow. Yeah, I mean, the issue I have with Pasta, I mean, it's just like, it reminds me a lot of Peeler, it reminds me a lot of Nisharok, and the problem is with those cards is the fact that, like, when you, it's really a big risk when you use it, because obviously you want to try and like, get a huge pill advantage, obviously, but in a way that, I don't know really. I mean, you can either damage with it or like do nothing. You just have to just get it right, I suppose, when you play it, which is why I have a little bit of problems with this card. Having said that, though, I mean, definitely it's very nice the plus 12 rescue bonus with it. So I don't know. That's just my thoughts on it. But very quickly though, I mean, Chris, survivor options. Is Pasta a nice card? I mean, obviously Pasta. We talked about this before, actually. Pasta, Scott LD when he comes out, Steven's Slide. It sounds very attractive on paper, but do you think we'll see this kind of combination in Survivor and Survivor Elo in the future?
I think maybe we will. It's okay combination, but I'm not sure. It's a bit shaky.
Okay. Well, why do you think it's shaky though? It's just like if
with the 4DRs, imagine going up against the guy's deck.
Yeah, it would be pretty bad. Of course, you probably have to pack like Glosh in your deck.
Yeah.
Which is like, I don't know. Yeah, Glosh is a good card. Don't get me wrong, but just like in Survivor, I don't know. I tend to prefer Global or Susie for some strange reason. I'm just weird like that. But anyway, yeah. So Sliffy, in terms of Survivor options for Elo, do you think he has any kind of options or? I don't know.
Well, you can't, you have to mono him, and the more I thought about it, the more I don't like mono rescue now. But like I said, if they get a lot of more releases that are really good for Survivor, then I think he'll be a good fit. But they need more cards, I feel.
Yeah. All right, so let's finally go to the rating out of 10. So Sliffy, out of 10, what would you give Pasta?
I personally would give him a 9 out of 10. I think he's really good. He's a lot of options. He's solid. And, rescue bonus always been nice.
Okay. So, I thought you were going to give him a lower rating for some reason, Sliffy. I thought you were hating this card.
I love this card.
You were
I was
trolling.
the only one who liked the card, I felt.
But you were trolling this card. No, I'm joking. No, I don't know. Yeah, 9 out of 10. Sounds pretty good. And Chris, out of 10, what would you give this card?
I'm going to give it an 8.5. It's quite good, the DR is good, but there's still something about it for me that's a bit unsure.
Okay. By the way, Chris, you did say her, so my her curse is spread to other people. It's the first time ever on You Are Talk that my dyslexia has somehow reached other people. Anyway, moving on. So, out of 10. Do I want to copy Sliffy? I don't know. I definitely really like this card in terms of Survivor Elo. Because of that, I'm gonna go, because I don't want to copy Sliffy in any way, because I sound like a noob if I did. So I'm gonna give this a 9.5 out of 10. So oh snap! Oh no, he did it, but he did. So there you go. I definitely do like this combination of DRs. Despite Chris going against me on it, but I still do like it. It doesn't sound bad at all for me, but that's just me. Anyway, this is unfortunately the end of Your Talk, everyone. I'm sure everyone is, very sad, but thank you for everyone who has managed to reach this point and not get bored, or I don't know, just like put it on and then just do something else, I suppose. But thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed this UR Talk. Looking into the future, in 2 weeks' time, will probably, unfortunately, be the last UR Talk for a while, unfortunately, as I'll be busy after that UR Talk, which is very sad news for Sliffy. I think I think you're happy about that, really, aren't you?
I'm indifferent. Enjoy time occasionally.
Yeah, whatever. So anyway, apart from that, make sure you comment below on all your thoughts. I love reading all your comments, of course, and like if you liked this video, disliked if you hated it, blah blah blah. Please sub if you can, spread the words, and stuff like that. All right. So anyway, this was Sliffy.
Hi.
And Chris.
Hey.
And UM-Willy signing out.